The National Electrical Code, or NEC, doesn't explicitly state the NRTL listing requirement in section 110.2, but it is addressed in other sections. NEC section 110.3b requires equipment to be listed for its intended use. NEC section 230.82c requires transfer switches to be listed. Annex E of the NEC lists NRTL organizations that are recognized by OSHA for the purpose of product certification. Therefore, an inspector's determination that a transfer switch is not approved by an NRTL organization is technically valid. UL is one of several NRTL organizations recognized by OSHA. However, not all UL-listed products are automatically NRTL listed. To be NRTL listed, a product must undergo specific testing and evaluation procedures set forth by the NRTL organization. If you believe the transfer switch is NRTL listed, you can provide evidence of such listing to the inspector. Otherwise, you may need to replace the switch with one that is NRTL listed. OSHA may enforce the NRTL requirement for products used in commercial or industrial settings. However, homeowners may not be subject to OSHA inspections, so the enforcement of this requirement in residential settings is typically not an issue. While the NRTL listing requirement may not be explicitly stated in NEC section 110.2, it is addressed in other sections of the code. The inspector's determination that the transfer switch is not NRTL listed is technically valid. You can either provide evidence of NRTL listing or replace the switch with an NRTL listed one. The key takeaway is understanding the difference between a product being UL listed and NRTL listed. UL listing indicates that a product has met UL safety standards. NRTL listing means a product has been tested and certified by a nationally recognized testing laboratory recognized by OSHA. This recognition by OSHA is crucial for ensuring workplace safety and compliance with regulations. When an inspector flags a transfer switch for not being NRTL approved, it's important to understand the specific requirements and provide the necessary documentation to prove compliance. If the switch is indeed NRTL listed, providing the listing information to the inspector should resolve the issue. However, if the switch is only UL listed but not NRTL listed, replacement with a compliant switch might be necessary, especially in commercial and industrial environments where OSHA regulations are strictly enforced. In residential settings, the enforcement might be less strict, but it's always best to adhere to the NEC guidelines to ensure the safety and proper functioning of electrical systems. Remember to always verify the NRTL status of electrical equipment, especially transfer switches, to avoid potential compliance issues and ensure the safety of electrical installations. Look for the NRTL mark on the product or consult the manufacturer's documentation to confirm its NRTL listing.